leadership diagnostics and leadership development are things that it's remarkable to me how much lip service is paid to these kinds of things and how little forward progress we collectively, I'm going to just sort of generalize here, collectively in American business or global business for that matter, we seem to be making. I've been heartened in the past year, and I'll use as sort of evidence points a series of interviews that have been running in the Sunday New York Times about leadership. There was one, in fact, just this morning from the CEO of Excerpt, very worth reading, where they're interviewing these CEOs that seem to have a good handle on leadership. The one before that was about a month ago. The chief executive of IDEO, the design firm, and those stick in my mind as recent examples where we're now seeing in the business press, albeit in limited fashion, people paying attention to the wisdom of really skilled leaders, people who really seem to know, not some guy that makes a ton of money, although Accenture is handsomely profitable, we wish we were there, but people who seem to be really good, really skilled leaders, and to sort of, in an interview fashion, poke at that and sort of try to find out what makes them tick. Now, this morning, the CEO of Accenture, who was a very cool guy, by the way, the kind of guy you'd really like to run into on an airplane, talked to him about this. I mean, he made a number of points about this whole question of finding and hiring people, which is, I think, one of the things you're sort of poking at. I mean, and he said he was very proud of the fact that Accenture has made enormous progress in the sort of diagnostics and the sort of work that needs to be done in order to hire astutely, because they're a big company and they're hiring and churning people all the time. And they were exactly focused on the kinds of things that you were just talking about understanding and asking the kinds of questions that are less about can you do the job than about how do you learn and what do you read and how curious are you. It seems to me that curiosity, if you could go down just one single path in a job interview, the path of poking around curiosity is one of the most effective paths you can get, because those are the people that I want. I guess partly because oftentimes we make hiring decisions at Mirrors. I've always been proud of the fact that I've been a curious person ever since I was little. But I want to be surrounded by curious people, because people that just go, look, they can all do the work, but the curious person is going to be the person that asks, how can I do the work better? Why do we do it that way? And those sorts of things. So if you can sort of get at that, I think you're going to start to make great progress.